Hi everyone, Jorgelina here. Thank you so much for being here. Whether this is your first time, your second time, or you've watched all of my videos, I am so excited that you have decided to click on this one. Today, I am recording this. It is Easter Sunday. I am so excited to be doing this awesome collaboration with some of my favorite YouTubers. I am collabing with Dawn from Dawn Loves Couture and with Yota from Yota Style and also with Winnie from Winnie BLV. It is an honor to collaborate with these beautiful, amazing women. Today, we are going to be showing some of our luxury items that are not handbags. So, personally, I have three categories that I am going to share and show you things that I actually own. But then I also have some categories to talk about that I don't own anything in, but I would consider owning from, if that makes sense. So, without much further ado, I do definitely want to jump right in. But before I do that, I love how I said without much further ado and then proceeded to tell you the ado I'm gonna ado. Anyway, um I keep on digressing, but here we go. So before I do that, I want to remind you to make sure that you go and check out these wonderful ladies' channels. I am 100% sure that you are probably here after having watched one of their videos, and for that, I'm so thankful. But if you are watching mine first, I highly encourage you to go and check out Yota's, Winnie's, and Dawn's awesome videos and see what luxury items they have that are not handbags. So strictly away from handbags and SLGs. So my first topic, now without that ado, is skincare. So I absolutely love skincare. I my go-to is Chanel, but there's a reason why I've gravitated towards Chanel. And Chanel skincare is something that I've used for a very long time and haven't gone away from that, if that makes sense. So there is no particular reason why. I have been blessed with skin that is fairly easy to maintain, right? My skin is not acne prone. It was never too dry. It was never too oily. So I had the luxury to not really care about what I wore on my skin. I want to say the luxury of, and never really paid it any mind. And now that I'm getting older and I'm noticing issues with my skin, I know nothing about skincare. So I've stuck to what I know, which is Chanel. And really, being 100% honest and clear, it was a brand grab when I first started using it in my early 20s. It was just, oh, that this like awesome thing of having Chanel skincare was like, wow. Um, Without really knowing the ingredients or anything like that. I've never gotten into any of that kind of stuff. And now I should. I was actually just talking about this with Dawn that I have no experience. And lately I've been experiencing extremely dry skin, which has been awful. I'm talking like cracking. I've been getting way more. I do use a really good sunblock that my sister recommended that I've used it for years now. That is not Chanel or any kind of brand. It's just a really good sunscreen. And for some reason, though, I've been getting really bad sunburns on my lips. And even though I do use an SPF lip balm and all of that, so I am starting to see that my skin has changed quite a bit. And even though I never looked into that kind of stuff before, it is time that I do, and I have no idea where to get started. So if you're watching this and you're like me and you have items that you're not sure why you use, um, you're not alone. But if you're not like me and you'd really have some good recommendations, I would love them. Sometimes I feel like maybe I should go to a dermatologist and then when I start thinking about it, I'm like, well, does it really require a dermatologist? I don't really have crazy issues, but yeah, I don't know where to begin when it comes to picking skincare. I have to apologize. My dogs are barking in the background. But yeah, so this is the cream that I use. As you can see here, this is the line that I use. It's called the Hydra Beauty. So I like the Hydra Beauty Cream. This one here, white packaging, black top. I have this serum here. I have this eye makeup. So all of the skincare that I use is Chanel, and I like to stick to that. So that's my first category, skincare. The second category, very much down the same line, is makeup. So, oh my goodness, my dogs. 1 second. All right, so I'm not sure if you heard it because I'm using the mic, which I usually don't use. So I'm hoping the mic kind of muffled some of that. But oh my goodness, my dogs were all over the place. Anyway, second category, makeup. I'm sure that Dawn has a ton more makeup than I do. I am not a crazy makeup person, which is insane to say because I was at one point of my life a makeup fanatic. I would not leave the house without a full face of makeup on. I loved watching all the YouTube like tutorials and learning how to do my makeup and all that stuff. Zero skincare, but makeup was like my life and I loved it. And I feel like I was a go to person in the family for makeup recommendations and stuff like that. And now I wear makeup maybe twice a week. So right now I have my makeup done, but specifically because it's Easter and I'm going to go to see my family. And then also because I was going to film. So usually if I'm not filming for YouTube, I don't have a makeup on. And when I do have makeup on is this. So I have this Dior um this is my concealer. So let's see here. Can you see this? Yeah, it's showing up. It's called Dior Backstage. And I love this concealer. It's just creamy. As you can see, it's kind of like I'm running low. It's time to pick up a new one. But this is the Dior concealer that I use. I absolutely love Dior packaging. So a lot of my makeup is Dior or Chanel. But once again, same thing. It's because I just love the way that the packaging is. It's a name brand for me, right? It's like this grab makes me feel awesome. For my lips, I use this lip glow from Dior, right color Reviver Balm. That's what it's called. This one is in the color Rosewood. Beautiful, beautiful color. This is one of my favorites. Again, this little pink, cute packaging. I absolutely love and adore. I use the Dior mascara. This is my Dior mascara, the Dior Show. Iconic over curl. Look at this. The packaging is just amazing. This like silver and black. Yeah, so again, makeup for me is another one of those big luxury brands that I use. I love all the little free gifts with purchases that they give you. This is my favorite one. I have this little Dior pouch that I just got for jewelry. So this came last. I love how it's like sparkly and cute and gold. So that you can win me over with a freebie at any time. Yeah, so that's my number two, makeup. If I sat here and I showed you every piece of makeup that I own, I'd be here forever because I do own quite a bit. This has been bought over time. Usually, I tend to toss makeup out after 6 to 9 months. Sometimes I'll keep them a little longer, but I do try to be mindful of not wearing stuff that could have possibly been contaminated if it's sat for too long. So I haven't been buying as much makeup as I used to because I just don't get through it and I do toss it. I am the person that will toss it. I know some people wear makeup forever, and think of it how you want to think about it, but you are not supposed to use makeup for a long period of time. They do have a shelf life, especially when you're transferring like the oils from your face and your hands and your body into these products and then putting them back on your face. Here's my dogs again going crazy. But yeah, all right, my next category of luxury items that is not handbags is fragrances. I absolutely love fragrances that come from these high-end brands, and there's just something about them. I'm not too picky when it comes to smells. I can appreciate any smell that's like fruity and summery and yummy. I really do like smelling things that bring me back to things that I've seen in the past, but what I do love about luxury fragrances is how long they last. So there is definitely something about the process. Again, I am not an expert. If you want to listen to the notes of things and the way things smell and what they remind you of and the process and how it was made, all those things, I think Dawn is a great expert at that. And she's done amazing videos. She always makes me want the perfumes she talks about. One of the perfumes that I really want is this Hermes one that she talked about, and I've been, trying to talk talk myself into and out of buying it because I have quite a few, as you'll see right now. And I want to use them before I start buying new ones. So I do think personally that perfumes do change their smell over time, like when they're exposed to light or when they've been sitting for a long time. So they could go bad, right? They have a shelf life. So I don't want to put in all this money because some of these are not cheap, right? They're $100 or more for sure, every one of these. So I want to make sure that I'm using them. So I have three Louis Vuitton fragrances. I have three. I have this one, Imagination. As you can see, my bottle's still pretty full, and that's because it's the Murakami one. I think that Lori from Smiling Cats Couture did say that Imagination is a men's scent, but to me, it's a girly scent. I don't know. It's very unisex to me, and I love it. Oh my goodness, it just smells amazing. It's a happy smell to me. So you're gonna notice that trend if you are into like notes. I'm not sure what the notes are on these, but I definitely do tend to go for like really fruity, loud, loud smells, right? And some people find those like offensive. They don't like them. My other LV fragrance is this one. I love this pink and purplish bottle. This one's California Dream. This is the only one of the bottles that has my initials on them. I really, really love this one. Another one of my fragrances is this one, On the Beach. This bottle is also beautiful. This On the Beach and California Dream are from the same collection. So I actually like quite a few of the scents in this like beachy California-esque smells. It's definitely things that I like. There's one of them that reminds me sort of like the beach. I forgot what it's called, but if I had to pick another fragrance, it'd be from that collection. It just kind of reminds me of the beach and like sand and heat and sunblock. I don't know, like this like really happy summery smell. But this is another one. Um, so those are my three LV ones. And then I have this Dior one. This is the J'adore El Or. So it's the gold one. I love this one. People have told me that this smells like an old lady. I don't know how or why, but to me it smells amazing. But I do feel like this is a fancier scent. This is like a night scent for me if I'm going out to like a nice dinner. I feel like the other ones are more like daily casual use. This is more of like I'm going out on a fancy date, and I absolutely love this. It's still like I want to say this size bottle was close to $200, so it's cheaper, a lot cheaper than the Louis Vuitton ones, but it's still a hefty price. I do think the Chanel perfumes are priced a lot better. At the moment, the only Chanel perfume I have is this one, Chance. This is my go to. It was my sister's go to for a long time, too. That's the reason why I picked it up. She used to use it and I fell in love with it. But another Chanel fragrance that I like that I don't have at the moment is the Gabrielle one and the Mademoiselle. I like those two a lot, but right now I have plenty of fragrances. When one of these runs out, I do plan on getting a different one. I kind of tend to rotate them so that I don't have too many at once because, again, I do want to make sure that I use them. Um, my Dior one comes with this super cute purse one. This one's always in my purse, and this one came with my perfume, and it's refillable. I just absolutely love this packaging. This is what I got, the packaging that I showed you with the makeup. I put it away now, but that packaging came with that. Right. So that is the other one. My next thing that I want to talk about is luxury shoes. That's one thing that I don't own. That I don't own. And there's a reason why I love luxury shoes. Like absolutely love them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them up here so that you can see which ones I'm talking about. But I've just never pulled the trigger on shoes because they're so incredibly expensive, and I feel like I'm going to use them a couple times or they're going to sit there and I'm going to be afraid to use them. And then when I use them, they're obviously going to get dirty because they're going to be on the floor. So I have a really hard time with luxury shoes, but it is something that I would love, love, love to own. And then ready to wear. So with ready to wear, I don't own any clothing, but I do have a lot of sunglasses. I have Gucci sunglasses, Chanel sunglasses, and a pair of Louis Vuitton glasses. These are my absolute favorite sunglasses. These are a present for Mother's Day, not last year, the previous year. So I've had them for almost 2 years. By this Mother's Day in May, it'll be 2 years since I've had these, and I absolutely love them. They are amazing. I just feel like they go with everything. It's definitely not one of like their highest price sunglasses by any means. But I do absolutely love them. I have this Dior. I absolutely love this tiny little cute little bee on it. These were I actually got these on Amazon from a seller that was known to sell authentic Gucci sunglasses for cheaper. But they're no longer around. But they were again a recommendation from my sister. I have these Dior sunglasses. These I got from Candy Sweet Love for LV. Um, a while back ago, I have these Chanel ones, which are my die hard best sunglasses I own. I hardly ever use them because I'm afraid to scratch them. So that's what I mean. Like having things that are so expensive that then I'm not going to use just drives me insane. So I haven't bought sunglasses. These Louis Vuitton ones were the last ones that I got, and they weren't even purchased by me. So it's not something that I actively search for and look for, but it is something that I love to own. And I think everybody needs a pair of luxury sunglasses just to feel extra fancy. That's definitely how they make me feel. So, again, it's not something that I collect or that I am actively ever looking for, but it's something that I love. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is jewelry. I only have these earrings here. So I've saved everything here in the front, but these cute little earrings, these were a Christmas present. I want to say definitely not this past Christmas. I think it was the previous one. My goodness, these dogs. It's the neighbors. No, the neighbors have guests who brought a dog over and they are just bickering at each other. They hate each other. I digress. I have no idea what I was talking about anymore because my dogs started going crazy. My daughter came in the room to ask if she could have a muffin, even though her dad's sitting next to her, because that's how it goes, right? They have to ask mom. Anyway, jewelry. So these were given to me for Christmas. Definitely not this last Christmas. I think it was a previous one. I don't remember exactly when I received these, but I definitely have had them for over a year and I love them. But I will say, as much as I love jewelry like this, it isn't something that I would actively pursue to wear because I do have an allergy to nickel. My skin just doesn't allow me to wear jewelry for long periods of time without kind of like breaking out, which I absolutely hate. Then it sticks around for, a couple of days until I can finally get rid of it. So I don't have a ton of it. And then, like, if you look at these earrings, let me put them close to the camera. But see how it looks like it's missing a little stone? And it's not. The stone is there. You can see it, but it's always looked like this. So it looks like it has a hole in it. And for the amount of money that you pay, I know that these were a gift. That's why I never returned them. I'm pretty sure when my husband bought them for me for Christmas, he probably bought them well in advance. So it's not like something that I could just like readily return, nor did I want to. I loved them from the moment I saw them. So I definitely missed my like opportunity window to return them or exchange them. So yeah, it's just kind of bothered me. But I am going to have to end this video here. I hope that you found this entertaining, that you enjoyed just kind of taking a look at the different things that I enjoy and love from my collection that are not handbags, right? That we could still have so many luxuries in life, but my dogs are going crazy. It's driving me insane, and I can feel my mood changing. So thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you on the next one. And that's it. Bye.